praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakodash. Double honors to my apostles, the elders. All right, starting with the bishops, the elders, all right, of the great millstone, all right, and Shalom, all right, to the elect of Israel, all right. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua. I'm at my job break. Want to do a quick little on my break. I'm doing some training on first shift right now, so going back to third. But I want to start off this as I want to go into a little bit of sincerity. You know, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men should be lovers of themselves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, right, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. And that's one thing that we see out there in Israel today. We see a lot of proud boasters in Israel. Men that believe that if you're not a part of them, then you're not a part of the elect. Men that say that without natural affection. The Bible speaks about loving your brother, loving your neighbor. All right, but you got men in Israel that'll throw up curses and want their neighbor to die, and actually pray to the Lord to kill him, man. And then justify that somehow. All right, so sincerity. It says traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Sometimes you gotta skedaddle. Don't get caught. The Bible says the light of the body is the eye, right? Matthew 6. If therefore thy eye be single, the whole body should be full of light. All right, so we're dealing with a bunch of stuff going on these days that are not sincere. A lot of things that are happening in Israel. A lot of things that be going on. We got to fix this stuff, man. We got to, and sometimes you can't fix it because, those in charge don't want to fix it. Sirach 5:10, be steadfast in thine understanding and let thy word be the same. That's right. It says, be swift to hear and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. That's right. Let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. If thou hast understanding, answerest thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. A lot of Israelites' tongue has almost gotten them into fights. Almost gotten them into jail, right there on camera. Almost, pretty much, you make people want to come and roll up on you, and in that moment, you done fucked up, and you done said something, you did something, you calling somebody fat. Now they husband about to beat you up, and I've seen situations where Israelites were preaching. And they were saying something to somebody driving by, and they were talking about this Jake being with a white woman. He got out the car. He's ready to kill all of them, man. He was by himself up there. He walked up there and he said, "Don't you ever disrespect my wife like that, man." All right, and it was like 3 or 4 of them, and they was all scared, man. All right, so your mouth, like the scriptures tell you, all right, the tongue is a fire, man. Nobody's watching how they treat anybody. All you Israelites are proud, man. You Israelites are proud. It don't matter what camp you from or none of that. Like, a lot of y'all is just proud. Boasters, heady, high-minded. Think that you can't be touched. But you're not full of that light. Okay, because you're dealing in that pride. But this thing, we got to be sincere in this thing, man. All right. And if nobody else to say something about it, then I will, because a lot of people just don't want to, you know, like you said, the tongue is a fire. All right. Honor and shame is in talk. But there's a like it says in the book of Sirach, there's a man that keepeth quiet. What did it say? I think it's, I'm gonna go to it real quick. It might be Sirach 32:34. It says, let me look it up. Yeah, this is it's Sirach. I can't remember what it said, but I know it went into what I'm trying to say now. Let me read this. This is I'll read Sirach 28. This is not it, but yeah, I'll read Sirach 27. That's the one I'm looking for. It says, many have sinned for a small matter, and he that seeketh for abundance will turn his eyes away. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of stones, so doeth sin stick between buying and selling. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house will soon be overthrown. As one that sifteth with the sieve, the refuse remaineth. So is filth of a man in his talk. So is filth in a man in his talk, man. Like a lot of you guys, a lot of men, their talk is all messed up, man. They speak to people all weird. All right, and they don't care. Somebody tell them something right and out of the Bible, and you know they go through hell and high water to crucify that person. You know, crucify him, get him out of there, and then everybody else start making videos about him. But they're all judging unrighteous judgment. They didn't judge it the matter of right, and they're all in the eyes of the Lord. You know, they're following the multitude to do evil. And they don't even know it. They think that they're doing the right thing. It says, the furnace proveth the potter's vessel, so the trial of man is in his reasoning. Yeah, how's your reasoning? All right, have you looked into the matter? Have you did this? Have you did that? You know, have you prayed for the brother? That's the main thing. Do you pray for brothers? Or do you just put curses on them and want them to die? You gotta consider these things. It says, the fruit declareth if the tree have been dressed, so is the utterance of a conceit in the heart of men. Yeah. Praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of man. If thou followest righteousness, thou shalt attain her, and put her on as a glorious long robe. The birds will resort unto their like, so will truth return unto them that practice in her. All right, so basically, I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted out of there. This is Sirach 28:6. And it says, remember the end and let enmity cease. Now let's go. No, Sirach 28 and 2, it says, forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he have done unto thee. Yeah, have any of you Israelites forgiven your neighbor? As far as I'm concerned, every single day I see you and hear you, you're always complaining about somebody else. Constantly, year after year, beating these men down over here. Telling men that they're not a part of the elect if they're not a part of your group. You're not of the elect. Matter of fact, I hope the Lord kills you. Matter of fact, you know, we're the ones that have, you know, if you're not with us, then you don't have the truth. All right, they're doing this, they're doing that. Look at them, pointing. You know, they did this. Look at them, they did this. They bought this. They bought a new car. They bought some bags, some bug out bags. They bought this. They bought all types of stuff. Why are they buying things? Why they get what? You know? Who cares anymore, man? The Bible says to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And most of the time, like, we got to look ourselves in the mirror. Like, what the hell is going on, man? There's a spirit in Israel, man. And it's a evil, wicked, prideful spirit. And men see it, but they don't say anything about it. They just let it go, hoping that one day it'll change or something like that. It's just, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is what the Lord wants. He wants for men to put curses on other men and hope they die. And whenever they die, the Bible clearly speaks against that, man. Pretty much digging up old bones. You still bothering the dead, man. How about you just leave the dead alone every once in a while? You see what I'm saying? It says, forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he have done unto thee, so shall thy sins be forgiven when thou prayest. A lot of y'all ain't being forgiven, man, because you ain't forgiving your brother. It says, one man beareth hatred against another, and doeth he seek pardon from the Lord? You seek pardon from the Lord, but you haven't been sincere. We got it. Yo, we in World War III, man. The MOTB right around the corner. It's like, what are we really doing here? Like, we're acting like we're perfect or something. Like, we're the best. And, you know, a lot of us are just so damn proud. Your head is up in the sky, man. And nobody cares. It's like it's not even happening. A bunch of men worshipers. You're supposed to worship Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, not men. I'm not pushing no division. I'm not pushing any of that. I'm just telling the truth, man. I'm telling the truth. It says, remember the end and let enmity cease. Yeah, hatred. Remember corruption and death and abide in the commandments. It says, if he that is but flesh nourisheth hatred, who will entreat for pardon of his sins? A lot of Israelites are walking around in hatred, man. Just hateful for no reason. Just mad. I don't know why. Just mad for no reason.